And I'm 42 years old. It took me that long to figure out how to have a good day. I wish I'd figured this out earlier. Today, I'm going to talk about how to have a good day. Stick around and I'll share with you the secret trick that I use to supercharge my good days. Hi, I'm Annie, and I'm a miserable cow. These are my adventures in transcending bullshit. If you like this video, be sure to hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let's get to know each other. This might sound frustratingly simplistic or even patronizing, but it is up to you to have a good day. It's simple, but it's not always easy. Believe me, I've been there. I'm kind of a downer. Eeyore is my spirit animal. I tend towards pessimism. One defeatist thought leads to another in a gloomy downward spiral. And pretty soon, your whole fucking life is a bad day. But I finally got sick enough with feeling bad all the time that I decided I was done with that bullshit. But negativity is a habit, and it's a hard one to break. If you've been pessimistic for most of your life, it can be hard to ever have a good day. You just don't know how. You're totally out of practice. But once you recognize that negativity is a habit, you are well on your way to breaking it. Awareness is the first step. Once you have even a glimmer of awareness, you can be vigilant for negativity, and when you spot it, stop it and turn it around. Please note, I am not talking about forcing yourself to vomit rainbows. I'm talking about being grounded, being in flow, and being authentically content. So when I was good and sick of feeling bad all the time, I got serious about finally doing something about it. And I decided to set aside specific days to focus on having a good day. So do you have more good days or more bad days? Let me know in the comments. As a beginner at feeling good, I decided to only attempt this on days off. There is just too much potential bullshit involved with work days. Eventually, I would graduate to having good work days and even have a good time on days when I needed to leave the house and run errands and have appointments. But that's advanced level shit. So as a beginner, I arranged my days so that I didn't even have to leave the house, aside from going to the park for my morning run. Because there's just way too much bullshit out there. Going to the grocery store? Bullshit. Going to work? Bullshit. Driving? Lots and lots of fucking bullshit. So I would usually plan to do this when I knew I had no obligations for the day. And I would start my morning by envisioning what my day would look like. Thought about what activities I felt inspired to do for that day. Typically, a good day to me means that I get some exercise in the morning, maybe a morning run. I eat healthy, delicious food, and I make art of some kind. So I start off the day with a morning run. And on that morning run, I focused on being relaxed and kind of letting my imagination run free. I get the best inspirations when I'm running. It's also really great for problem solving. A lot of times if I'm working on a project and I'm stuck somewhere, the answer will come to me while I'm running. I actually made another video about the power of exercise and how it relates to inspiration. I'll link it in the cards. And on those designated good days, I would also do everything that I think I need to do to protect myself from bullshit. If that means that I need to turn off notifications from email or texting or social media, then I'll do that. Music is also another really key component of a good day. I go to Spotify to my favorite playlist and I turn on my jam. So I'll just spend all day in my art studio, dreaming, brainstorming, or actually physically working on projects. And that is my happy place. And now, as promised, I'll share with you the secret trick that I use to supercharge my good days. Now, this is pretty controversial, and I'm sure that a few people out there will be pretty opposed to this approach. But I feel like I did this responsibly, and it worked for me. So about a year ago, I found out about this herb called kratom. It's a leaf that's dried and powdered, and it has properties that give you kind of a mild euphoria, and it has some pain-killing properties too. And currently, this is totally legal in the United States. So if you do any research about kratom online, you're going to find a lot of scary articles that say some pretty bad stuff about it. And you'll also find that everyone reacts to it differently. Everybody's body chemistry is different, and so people have different reactions to it. Please note that deaths related to kratom are extremely rare. And if you dig a little deeper, you will find that in most cases of kratom-related deaths, there were also multiple other substances involved, and also these deaths typically occurred in people that had a history of drug abuse. Also, do keep in mind that just about anything can kill you. If you consume too much caffeine, you could die. And we all know that caffeine is a miracle of life, and even caffeine can kill you. There are some people who also report being addicted to kratom. I can't imagine this at all. I cannot imagine being addicted to kratom. For one thing, the effect is diminished if you take it on subsequent days. So if I take kratom on Monday and I have an amazing day, and then I take it again on Tuesday, I don't really feel anything on Tuesday. So why would I take it? It's a waste. But maybe some people have sort of compulsive, addictive behaviors and they just take it even though they're not getting an effect from it. I don't know. I can't imagine doing that. So you've got to do your research and know yourself and decide for yourself if it's something you might want to try. I also haven't noticed any symptoms of withdrawal, and I feel perfectly back to normal once it wears off. I don't feel any different the next day. It doesn't make me feel weird or let down the next day. And the effect is actually pretty mild. It doesn't make me feel tripped out or fucked up. I don't get any auditory hallucinations. I could easily take it and drive or walk to the store. It doesn't impair you at all. You could even take it and forget that you took it. You might just be having a good day and then you remember, oh yeah, I took kratom earlier today. When I first learned about it in 2018, I was taking it more often. I would do this have a good day experiment about once a week. But now that I've practiced so many times having a good day, I can pretty much just do that when I want, and I usually do want to have a good day. So I don't take kratom as often, and I kind of forget about it for long stretches of time. But I do have hormone-related anxiety, and if that ever comes up, maybe like once a month, and I'm feeling kind of anxious, that's when I remember, oh yeah, why don't I take some kratom? Okay, so aside from the controversy about whether or not kratom is safe to take or not, there's another reason that you want to be real careful if you're ever taking a substance to help yourself have a good day. And that's the idea that it is not always a good idea to be in the habit of buffering. So what I mean by buffering is like overeating to avoid your problems or to dampen your emotions, or drinking to stuff down your emotions and avoid feeling them. So you don't want to take kratom in order to avoid. So it really just depends on your intention. My intention for taking kratom was not to avoid any responsibilities or stuff down any emotions or avoid processing my own shit. You see, I was using it for a very specific purpose. I was intending to practice having a good day. And that's a good thing. Practicing having a good day is a very positive behavior. That's being self-aware of a negative pattern, coming up with a game plan to address it, and taking action. With the assistance of kratom, I taught myself how to have a good day. And now that I've had that practice, I can have a good day without kratom. That was my intention, and that's how it turned out for me. So you just have to know yourself and decide for yourself if this might be a good approach. If you have issues with addiction or compulsive behaviors, then you might not want to do it. Also, if you're thinking about taking kratom, don't just grab some from a store and take it without doing the research. Definitely do the research about dosage, because you have to choose the dosage in a really specific way. You have to start small and see how you react to it. So if you take too much, you're not going to die, but it can make you sick, can make you feel really nauseated. Is it nauseated or nauseous? I never can remember. Somebody's gonna say that I said it wrong. Anyway, it makes you feel like you're gonna throw up. And that's not fun, because how can you have a good day if you're puking? So do your research about the dosage and get that right. And I don't think this is a coincidence, but soon after I started taking Kratom in 2018, when I first discovered it, I got a massive wave of creativity that changed my life. That's pretty powerful. I got a creative impulse that I just couldn't ignore. And it turned into a project that turned into an Etsy store that I opened in 2018. So if you see these pillows that are all around me, this is a photograph of my father when he was in the Navy, when he was very, very young. I print these photographs onto fabric, and then I make pillow covers, clothing, different things like that. My handmade business is handsomeannie.com. In the past, I would get ideas, but I just had such a defeatist attitude that I wouldn't try and I wouldn't follow through. I just had such a shitty attitude that no matter how good the idea was, I'd talk myself out of it. I would just think, no, it sounds too hard, or it probably won't work, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough time. Something changed in 2018 when I started practicing having a good day that turned my life around. Something opened up inside of me, and I decided to start taking risks and start following through. And just about a month ago, I got another major inspiration to create this very channel, and here we are. Isn't that amazing? My point in all of this is that having a good day is a decision that you have to make for yourself, and it takes practice. If you're not good at it right away, just be self-aware. Just watch yourself. Be vigilant for the negativity. Just notice it and stop and turn it around. And keep doing that over and over and over again, and eventually you'll get better at it. And again, I am not suggesting any of this fake rainbows and light positivity. I'm talking about genuine joy and contentment. You can have it. Anyone can have it. It's a choice. It's up to you to decide. Negativity and a defeatist attitude is a habit. Positivity and an attitude of capability is also a habit. So which one are you going to choose? Not every day is going to be super duper amazing. There's always going to be ups and downs. But if you learn how to have a good day, you'll have more good days instead of 0 good days. So are you going to have a good day today? Hello, hello. This is the video. Oh yeah. And then let's do this.